You need a tribe. If you don't have a tribe, then you are missing out on one of the most vital parts of your health. It is very, very common for men over 40 to lose touch with a lot of their friends. I just ran a walking group with some guys last night, and two of those guys, they don't have really any friends from their younger days that they see on a regular basis, that they talk to on a regular basis. And this is the norm rather than something that is uncommon. Now for me, it's a bit different because I am still friends with people that I've been friends with for 40 plus years. I'm 46 and I have friends that I went to primary school, grade 1 with, that I still talk to on a regular basis, that I see as often as I can. I've got friends from 20 years. I've got friends that I have met overseas that I'm still in contact with. There are constantly people in my life that I hold on to, but this is not the norm. And this is a problem. It's really getting to be a problem. You have to be able to find your tribe of people, a tribe of guys that you can just be yourself with, talk to about whatever. Don't have to be concerned with what you say or what you do, because the more you spend time with these people, the more you realize they are just like you. They are so similar to you. They have gone through so much of the same shit in their lives, got the same concerns, they've gone through the same ups and downs, they've got the same things that they wonder about their future, if they're on track, if they're doing the right thing. Wondering, oh, you know, I really should be here, I should be better off, I should be doing more, I should be this. But see, we're all in the same boat, all of us, and that's why we need a tribe to be able to spend time together with, to be able to discuss this stuff with. Because once we realize how similar we are in what's going on, the more we can relax. That's less stress that you have to hold on to. That's more energy that you have every single day. So the problem is people are losing their friends, and it's not always your fault. You might move to a different city and just not actually get back in touch with people. You might not meet people who are like you. You might not have the drive to be able to get out there and talk to some new people and spend more time with them. Or you might meet somebody and then, because they're busy and you're busy, not see them again for another 3 months. It doesn't work. It doesn't support you. And I think the hardest part with meeting new people these days is people are afraid of that rejection thing. They don't want to say, hey, you want to come and hang out? And then have them say, oh no, I'm busy, or blah, blah, blah. And then you get to the next weekend and you don't want to say the same thing again, because you don't want that rejection. You don't want to feel that person is, or like you're the one who's bugging them about trying to hang out, like you're the one who doesn't have any friends. Well, that's the truth. You don't have any friends. And at the end of the day, they're probably in the same boat as you, wishing that someone would reach out to them and ask them to do something. And we've just got to get over that. So one of the things that I've been doing a lot of over the last year, I joined a singles group with one of my friends who runs it, and I have been really working on connecting with everybody in there, trying to get the guys together, trying to build relationships, making sure I know people's names, making sure I remember details about them, inviting them to different things so they can feel part of something. Because when they feel part of something and they feel welcome, then they open up, their lives get better. They do the exact same thing to everybody else and everybody wins. So you've got to find a way to be able to keep hold of your friends and keep reaching out to new ones. So maybe you need to learn how to do that again. A lot of that just comes down to, well, you already know it, you just are afraid. And I get it, the whole rejection thing, it's not something that any of us really want. But it's just part of growing up, it's part of being a human. Not everyone was going to want to spend time with you all the time, and that's just the way it is. So can you go and find several groups that you can join. Not just one group, you want to find multiple groups, because if you can find multiple groups, then you can be a regular there. When you're a regular there, then you have more of a chance of being able to see people on a regular basis, have other people in front of you, have conversations with people. Even if you're not really ready to have conversations, you're almost forced into it just because you showed up, and that will then keep you open to new possibilities, new friendships, new opportunities in your life, because it's really easy to close off. One of the best things I ever did was start like salsa dancing, Latin dancing. I took that up because I knew that one day I was going to get injured and I wouldn't be able to train anymore. I wouldn't be able to play the sports that I would usually do. Turns out that happened a lot sooner than I was expecting, and it was one of those things that's allowed me to be in front of people constantly. And you're constantly meeting new people, because in salsa dancing you are passing on to a new partner, onto a new partner, onto a new partner. So there is the opportunity of meeting a lot of people on a regular basis. And yes, you're meeting mostly women with this, but it teaches you the social skills. It gets you used to asking people to dance, which means, you know, it's an invitation to come and do something. So if there's rejection, you get used to the rejection. Not a big deal. You'll also meet a whole lot of other people there. There are plenty of guys who are doing the same thing. And outside of that, maybe you should be going and joining a sports group, a club. Maybe you're joining a gym that has some sort of group training aspect to it. Could be like F45 or CrossFit or High Rocks or something like that, where you are training with other people, you're suffering through all the same things, and you are able to build relationships with these people over time. Maybe it's a running group like Park Run. Maybe it is a yoga class that you turn up to on a regular basis. It doesn't matter what it is. You got to show up, you got to be a regular, and you got to keep on showing up for the long term and just being out there talking to people. That's going to be a very important part of it. Now, showing up is part of it. Your communication skills are another side of it. Basically, you got to get better at talking to people. So what are you doing about it? What are you doing, practicing on a daily or a weekly basis to improve your communication? Do you have any way of tracking it? Or is this just something that you don't even think of? So I committed to filming YouTube videos, and I'm walking around a park like a weirdo holding a camera out in front of me. And yeah, okay, I'm not super psyched about all of it, but I am learning the communication skills. I'm learning how to talk on camera. I'm getting far better at the ums and the ahs and the whatever else that goes along with it. I am doing something in the way that I want to do it. So I'm out in the morning, fresh air, sunshine, in nature. You can hear the birds screaming their heads off behind me. It is a very relaxing, stress-free way of doing things. And as I do this, and I do this on a regular basis, as I practice the talking, I get better. My communication skills get better. My pronunciation gets better. I can think a little bit better on the fly. So I'm doing something that is going to help me be a better communicator in the long term. What are you going to do? Could that be learning about body language or posture, or could it be trying to get better at public speaking? Could it be just learning about making small talk and being able to start a conversation with a new person? That was something I was absolutely terrible at, and I hated it in my younger days. And I'm talking going back 10, 15 years, and I absolutely hated it. These days it's easy. I don't even have to think about it because I've practiced it so hard. So if you want to build up that friendship network, a group of people, find your tribe, you've got to be open, which means you've got to learn how to communicate. So what are you going to do? Go and practice something. This is one of the elements that we use in my Life Map program, where we go through and figure out what your strengths or your weaknesses are, so you can then go and work on whatever the next thing is that you need most in order to be able to get your communication skills up higher, better, more improved, because it massively impacts the quality of your life. Not just from a social point of view, but from a business point of view. If you can speak well, that's a massive key to confidence. The better you can speak, the more money you're going to make, the more relationships you're going to be able to have, the more people you meet opens more doors, just more opportunities in general. What else is great about having a tribe? You then have accountability. You say you're going to do something and the guys ask, hey, what happened with this? How'd that thing go? And if you're like, oh, I didn't do it, and you're constantly doing that, well, that's going to guilt you into actually doing something about it. When you have people who you're accountable to, you are far more likely to do the thing, to follow through. And if you are not following through, they're going to call you on it. But not only that, they might give you, hey, some help on, hey, this is how I did it, or why don't you try and do it this way, or what about this? What about this? Because people want to help. They know what it's like. They've all got the same excuses. We've all been through the same stuff. So you got to have a band of brothers around you to be able to hold you to account. You do that, you are so much more likely to hit your goals and actually do something. Yeah, how much procrastination goes on? It is so big that you might procrastinate about doing something, and so it could be something you've wanted to do for years and years and years. You say that to some person, it's like, oh, I've always wanted to do this, but I've never done it. It's like, oh, I always want to do that too. Let's go and let's do it. And then they organise it, and you're doing that the next weekend. It happened instantly just because you were accountable to someone about something you wanted to do, and then they were just like, yeah, we're doing it, let's go. All right, cool. That's why it's that important. You are held to account, and if you say you're going to do something and you don't hold your word, that is never going to go well in any part of your life. The better you get at standing up for your word, doing what you say you're going to do, the easier your life's going to be, the better your life's going to be, the better the quality of your relationships, your business, everything. You need people to pull you up, to call you out, to make sure you are doing what you need to be doing, to just keep you on track with your life and your goals and what have you. Like my best mate, he'll just, like if I'm not doing something or whatever, he'll tell me straight up. There is no holding back. And in fact, like all of my friends, I give them the permission to be able to just call me on whatever. If I'm not doing something or if I'm making excuses, I want them to hold me up, to just tell me, look, you know, if you keep doing this, this is what's going to happen. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. You're still going to be in the same place. We need that. We need these people to be able to keep us on track. So the return on investment with having a bunch of people like this is massive. The initial outlay, that's the tricky part. It's going to take you time, it's going to take you energy, and it's going to take you money. But it's totally worth it. If you are one of those people that only has one or two friends that you see on a regular basis, and even then it's not every week, life ain't going to work so well for you. If you have people that you are seeing every week, sometimes multiple times a week, it's people that you can call up when you've got a problem, when you're stuck, when you don't know what to do, people that can point you in the right direction. So you got a problem, you get a solution straight away. That's where the magic happens in life, and that's what you need. So again, that is part of the magic of having a coach. A coach keeps you accountable, keeps you on track to doing the things that you want to do, that you don't necessarily want to or are ready to do, and having a community around you to be able to see that you're not alone in the journey, and that whatever it is you are working towards is possible and achievable much sooner than you possibly could imagine. So with that in mind, join my school community. There's a link below there. It's all about men over 40 who want more energy, less stress, want a lifestyle that they absolutely love. because once you have that lifestyle, man, life becomes a much more enjoyable place to be, and you look forward to life. You look forward to the different adventures you can have. You can look forward to just the simple moments like I have walking around in the park this morning. Join the tribe. Love to see you as part of it. I'll see you in there.